What is up, friends? Welcome to another episode here on Ozark Outdoor Brewing. The last episode you saw that we brewed up Northern Brewer's Cosmic Trident Hazy Pale Ale, and it's the extract kit that they offer. Fermentation's complete, so you know what that means for the next step. Time to keg this bad boy up. Come along and let's do that today. So I've got everything set up here that I'm going to need. The keg has been washed, cleansed, sanitized. It's ready to roll. I've got a few bits and pieces back here in a big bucket of sanitizer as well. One of those is that bouncer inline filter that you saw in the last video. I'm going to go ahead and use that again today to filter out some of that hop debris after adding 6 total ounces of hops through the boil and through 2 ounces of dry hop additions. Like I mentioned, last video had the largest micron size. I think for this, I'm going to use the middle tier. It's the blue filter, and I'll drop a picture in of that right now as to kind of what that looks like, and so you can compare that with the red filter that I used originally. My thought here being that this will filter out much more to the point that I can have fewer particles and sediment that make it down into the keg itself. Let's go ahead and get this set up. First thing that I'm going to do, connect the CO2 to the keg and get that turned on. That's going to put some pressure in the tank and allow me to seat the lid, make sure that it's got a good nice seal and no leaks. And that'll also let us make sure that we can purge the keg of any oxygen. So we'll take the quick disconnect here from the CO2, go ahead and get that added on to the inside of the keg. Once that's connected, we'll go ahead and get the CO2 turned on and get some pressure added to the tank. That's going to allow me to get the lid out of the sanitizer so we can purge the oxygen. With the pressure release valve here, all you need to do now is just simply lift and allow the oxygen to escape. Now that we've got the oxygen purged from the keg, we can turn the CO2 off, remove the quick disconnect, and vent the pressure so we can remove the lid and get ready to transfer the beer to the keg. And that lid goes straight from there back down into the sanitizer. Don't want to introduce any contaminants if I can help it at all. Alright, let's go ahead and get the transfer line ready, get it hooked up and sunk down into the keg. This is the point where you want to introduce as little oxygen as possible, so we'll make sure that that line is all the way at the bottom of this keg and just flowing at a nice easy rate. First things first, sanitize. Let's make sure that we've got this all the way completely sanitized. That way we've got a good beer in the end. Okay, filter line is in place and connected. Also dropped to the bottom of the keg. Let's go ahead and turn this on and see what we get. So that's it. Time to take the filter off, the line off. This is filled pretty close to the brim here. I'm going to take this, pull it out, let it continue to drain, and then drop it right back down in here into the sanitizer so I can clean it easily later on. This is everything that it pulled out of the beer. You can even see inside of there. Maybe you can see all that hop, all that gunk, the debris. It's just all of that was kept outside of my keg, and that is amazing. We'll go ahead and connect the CO2 and then get ready to seat the lid, make sure there's no leaks, and start bringing this thing up to carbonation. And that's it, friends. Northern Brewer's Cosmic Trident Hazy Pale Ale Extract Kit. Good night. It's a nursery rhyme for a kid. It's done and dusted. I've got it in the keg. I've got 30 pounds of pressure in it right now. I'm going to do that for 3 days. Then I'm going to dial that back to about 10-ish PSI, my serving temperature, and I'll be ready to try this beer. Could not be happier with the way that Bouncer inline filter has worked so far. I'm going to go ahead and leave a couple of links below in the description. One to the filter housing itself, and then the second to the additional filters that I've purchased. Vessel, it's, but if you, what? No. Thank you all so much for the likes, the comments, the love that you've shown me over the last several videos. If you're not already, please consider subscribing. That always helps us out. And smash that bell so you get a notification every time we post a video here on Ozark Outdoor Brewing. And remember, drink responsibly.